The InstaKill still needs a lot of work. This thing. I'm probably going to change this into a quick elbow or something, but for today, let me just turn this into another subcomponent. I'm going to go into the original prefab. So here's the InstaKill. I'm going to drag this over, put it under the subcomponents. So this should now be applied to everything, including Sophie. So under subcomponents for Sophie, here's InstaKill. I'm going to turn this into a subcomponent. Subcomponent already has character control, so we don't need to do this. We also need onFixedUpdate, as well as onUpdate, and this fixed update. I'm going to cut everything, put it under onFixedUpdate instead, so we don't need the fixed update. And in the beginning, I'm going to go to the subcomponent processor, add the InstaKill subcomponent to the dictionary. First create the enum InstaKill. So we add the key, which is the enum, and then the script. So Control T, back in character control. I'm going to go to the fixed update. And this is where we update the subcomponents. First, let me go back and play. I just want to make sure that this still works. Okay. Let me also turn off the render for the edges. And if I look at the damage detector, we have the animations here for the InstaKill. I want this to be in the class for the InstaKill, so I'll call it InstaKill data. And just like what I've been doing, this is going to be a simple class, not a model behavior, serializable, so we can see it in the editor. Back in InstaKill, I'll have InstaKill data, initialize it in the beginning, and of course we want to have it in the subcomponents as well. Subcomponent processor, I mean. So inside the subcomponent processor, I'm going to have the reference InstaKill data. So back in the subcomponent, that reference is InstaKill data. I'm going to press Control T, go to the damage detector. So these variables, I'm going to cut them, put it inside this subcomponent, InstaKill. They don't need to be public, but serialized field, so we can see them in the editor. And then inside InstaKill data, I'll just call it animation A. It'll be public here. And animation B. So from InstaKill, we look at the data and say animation A is assassination A. Animation B is assassination B. So all the data is now here. I'm going to go to character control. We don't need the reference here, so delete it. All these things are temporary. They'll be gone later. Let me also fix the red marks. I don't need to get the InstaKill. Again, all these things are temporary. And now that the data has moved, we should be seeing some error messages. Let me go back to character control, because I want to create a shortcut for the InstaKill data. So InstaKill data, we get it from the subcomponent processor. And back in the error, we look at character control, go to the InstaKill data. Here we're getting animation B. And here we're getting animation A. Okay. If I look at the game object, InstaKill, I should designate the animations, assassination A and B. I should also make sure that it's applied to the original prefab, so it's applied everywhere. If I play, nothing's really changed. Should work the same. Okay, looks like it's working fine. So the character control is kind of getting shorter every day. Eventually it'll have nothing but a bunch of shortcuts and some basic functions like the update. Maybe this too. But everything else will be cleaned up and tucked away. So I'll do more in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.